Hello everyone, I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey and you're watching Hit the Streets.
They say that crime will rise to the level a community will tolerate. In Brevard County, we have zero tolerance for crime. These are the stories.
So welcome back to Hit the Streets, and tonight's episode is one of our busiest yet as the team got off to a great start, and man, they never slowed down. Tonight we start in the north end of beautiful Brevard County, where after a quick briefing about the various hotspots, the team went to work arresting bad guys. Now the first incident of the night takes place in Titusville, after Deputy Jason Lewis and Agent Dan McGill observed the passenger in a silver Dodge Charger not wearing a seatbelt. As the deputies attempted to catch up to the vehicle, the driver accelerated and began to drive extremely reckless through the neighborhood. Deputy Lewis and Agent McGill were having no part of letting the vehicle get away from them, especially with the idiot driving that recklessly in the neighborhood. What you couldn't see in the video was that when the suspect car came to a stop, Agent McGill was able to approach the vehicle and observe the passenger, Calvin Moses, as he was attempting to rub a white powdery substance into the seat in an effort to destroy the evidence. As Agent McGill was approaching the vehicle, the driver, Brian Schuler, attempted to run on foot and disobeyed repeated commands to stop. Well, apparently, Schuler never got the memo that if you try to run from the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, you're only going to go to jail tired, as Agent McGill helped Schuler find a nice, comfortable place to land on the ground and some nice new jewelry to wear on his wrists. Moses was without question the smarter of the two, as he apparently had seen a previous episode of Hit the Streets and was well aware of what happens to people who run from the sheriff's office in Brevard County. As a result of the investigation, Deputy Lewis and Agent McGill recovered 2 blue metal tubes containing approximately 0.5 grams of a white powdery substance that field tested positive for cocaine, a bag containing 5 separate clear plastic bags, each containing approximately 5 grams of a green leafy substance that field tested positive for the presence of THC. In a post-Miranda interview, Schuler was man enough to admit ownership of the cannabis and to selling it on our streets. Schuler was taken into custody on a total bond of $3,000 for possession with intent to sell marijuana, resisting arrest without violence, and reckless driving. His friend, Calvin Moses, was charged with possession of cocaine and tampering with evidence. They were both transported to Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $4,000. Okay, with Schuler and Moses off the street, the team headed south to the area of Peachtree and North Fisk, where K-9 Deputy Craig Carson observed a silver 4-door Honda cutting through the parking lot to avoid being slowed down at the 4-way intersection that had several vehicles properly waiting to progress through. Deputy Carson stopped the vehicle and identified the driver as Antonio Ruffin, who was also not wearing his seatbelt at the time the traffic infraction occurred. During the stop, a free air sniff was conducted on the vehicle, at which time K-9 Grace alerted to the odor of narcotics. As a result of the alert, a probable cause search was conducted. Thanks to K-9 Grace, Deputy Carson located inside the vehicle an ibuprofen bottle containing what ultimately field tested positive as approximately 8 grams of crack cocaine. Ruffin was subsequently transported to Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $10,000 for possession of crack cocaine with the intent to sell and also possession of crack cocaine. Next up, 2 of your favorite characters in the Hit the Streets series, Deputy Kyle Shuck and Agent Sean Hannigan, take an illegal firearm off our streets as they conduct a traffic stop near Range and Plucky Bomb Road in Cocoa.
That's why we're stopping you, for the illegal tent. It's all good.
I literally just got them done like 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
I literally took my insurance out because I felt like you guys were going to stop me for it.
The incident starts when the team stopped a golden-colored Toyota Camry for illegal window tint, and upon approaching the vehicle, immediately smelled the odor of burnt marijuana coming from inside. Once Shuck and Hannigan got the 2 occupants of the vehicle out and conducted a search of the car, they discovered a firearm inside that had the serial numbers scratched off. Following a brief interview with the 2 occupants, who both, guess what, denied knowledge of the firearm, Shuck and Hannigan seized the firearm to get it off our streets and allowed both of the subjects to leave. The gun was taken in as evidence for further investigation to include testing for fingerprints, DNA, and ballistics. While the rest of the team was conducting traffic stops, Agent David Turbyville and Evan Foster grabbed Mr. Hawk, a wanted fugitive who was taken into custody near Lake Drive and Thompson Avenue in Cocoa. Hawk was taken into custody on an active warrant for burglary with a battery and also grand theft. Hawk was transported to Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $82,500 as per the instructions of the warrant. Well, who feels like seeing a little car chase action, followed by a car crash, followed by a foot pursuit, followed by a nice open field tackle by our agents? Man, I know I do. How many times do I have to tell you that if you run from the sheriff's office, you're only going to go to jail tired? We don't let criminals run from us and then not run them down and take them to jail. If you run, we chase. And if we chase, you get tackled. This particular case starts when Agent Matt Rush and Hayden Irizarry attempted to stop a maroon Ford Fusion that was driving erratically near Fisk and Dixon Boulevard. As the agents activated their blue lights in an effort to stop the vehicle, the driver, Shavon Harvey, decided he wouldn't stop the vehicle and accelerate away from the agents. Agents Rush and Irizarry initially disengaged from the attempted traffic stop and provided a vehicle description to other units in the immediate area. After terminating the engagement, agents maintained mobile surveillance of the vehicle while awaiting additional units to respond to the area. The vehicle was driving at a high rate of speed and driving extremely dangerously, even though the agents had disengaged from trying to pull it over. As other units responded to the area, Sergeant Fletcher, Agent Joe Grosky, and Deputy Kyle Shuck located the vehicle as it was traveling on North Fisk, at which time Sergeant Fletcher observed the driver throwing a Crown Royal bag out the window, which he quickly stopped and collected as evidence. Well, as you can see, the vehicle continued to try and flee from the area, and the driver lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a Dodge Ram pickup truck that was parked in the driveway. Harvey quickly bailed out of the car, and that is when he made mistake number 2, which was running from us on foot. While we only get to see the end result of the foot pursuit that was caught on the dash cam of one of our responding hit team members, we do get to see the best part, which is where Harvey gets tackled by Rush and Irizarry and rolled up into a chain link fence.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Well, as you can see in the video, once he was on the ground, Harvey continued to resist, but as Darth Vader once said,
"It is pointless to resist, my son."
A subsequent search of Harvey's vehicle revealed 44 clear plastic bags containing approximately 22 grams of loose cannabis, an additional 90 grams of loose marijuana, with 18 individually packaged Ziploc baggies and 2 sets of scales. Additionally, a search of the Crown Royal bag that Harvey so cleverly tossed out the window revealed 51 grams of loose marijuana that was individually packaged in 17 different Ziploc baggies and a glass jar containing 56 grams of loose marijuana for a total weight of approximately 219 grams. Now, you know that I'm a fair man, and I like to give credit where credit is due. So to be totally fair, Mr. Harvey was man enough to fully confess to being in possession of the substance and that he ran because he got scared when he looked in the rearview mirror and saw trolls, which apparently is the new street name for law enforcement. Harvey also confessed to possessing the items to sell and to generate revenue for himself. Harvey was transported to the Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $8,500 for possession with intent to sell more than 20 grams, fleeing and attempting to elude, resisting without violence, and possession of a motor vehicle during the commission of a felony. Man, I love it when a plan comes together and all of our teams work to take bad people off the street. Okay, let's go check in with Hannah Banana Polito and her hit team partner, Deputy Nick Waltman, who are making a traffic stop at the intersection of North Wickham and O'Galley Boulevard.
27.
Go ahead.
She's 1054 and 1029P. Her 27 is not valid. It advises Florida authorities only impound vehicles, driver's owner or co-owner. She has several suspensions. It was revoked on 2/24 of 2022 for 60 months for habitual traffic violator.
Yeah.
See, I know from the
Oh, I know. I already know.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I gotta go. Just come in. All right. Bye. I love you.
As you can see from the video, the driver, Tajana Watt, was taken into custody for driving while license suspended or revoked with knowledge as a habitual offender. Watt was subsequently transported to the Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $2,000. Our next case is all about being in the right place at the right time. Or if you're Jason Stouter, it's more like being in the wrong place at the wrong time, as he parked at the gas pumps next to one of our agents who could smell burnt marijuana coming from inside the car.
All right, well, you're under arrest for possession.
Possession of what?
Meth.
No, that ain't mine. Serious? That's not mine though.
You're the only one who saw, brother.
After a brief search of the vehicle, Stouter was taken into custody for possession of meth and possession of drug paraphernalia and was transported to the Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $2,500. Next up, Agent Adam Weimer and Deputy Chris Interior conduct a traffic stop in the area of Flower Mound Lane in Cocoa and find one of the vehicle occupants to have a machete concealed in his waistband.
Keep your hands in the car for me. All right. I'm going to take it off you. What do we got?
See, blade that I cut wood in the woods back, that's all.
Okay.
I'm back there in the woods.
No
stay
problem.
in the woods.
Where was that concealed at?
Huh?
In his waistband.
You can't carry it like that, my man.
I know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I didn't know I chop wood every day with it over there. I cut the limbs and the weeds and stuff with it.
As you can see from the video, Gene Streeter had a full-length machete concealed in his waistband and gave the excuse that he uses it to cut wood. I'm not sure Weimer and Interior bought that story, as Streeter took the ride to the Brevard County Jail on a no-bond status for possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, as he had 3 separate prior felony convictions out of the state of New Jersey. All right, buckle up and let's get ready to ride, as this next case has our hit team moving all over the county trying to rescue a domestic violence victim who had been reportedly kidnapped by her boyfriend that had threatened to kill her if any law enforcement officers came near. As a result of the information that had been provided to our team members, Agent Brandon Sellers spotted the suspect's vehicle in the area of Cocoa Beach and positively identified the driver as Daryl Lundy, who was the suspect that made the threats. Agent Sellers was driving an unmarked car and was able to get in front of Lundy to slow down his rate of speed so that other units could get in position to conduct a felony stop on the vehicle. As other units arrived in the area, Lundy turned the lights off on his vehicle and attempted to elude the team, eventually entering the parking lot of a hotel in Cocoa Beach. As deputies attempted to stop Lundy using blue lights and siren, Lundy sped up in the parking lot of the hotel in an effort to elude law enforcement and eventually arrest.
Front closed. We got stop sticks out. Trapped in this parking lot. About coming around. You got a footer driving.
Lundy mistakenly turned down a dead-end area and then tried to reverse his direction, at which time Sergeant Jay Church put a stop to this madness by positioning his vehicle behind Lundy and then making contact with Lundy's vehicle to stop the pursuit and rescue the intended victim. Lundy was quickly addressed at gunpoint and removed from the vehicle so that agents could immediately make contact with the victim to ensure her safety. This was a great job by our entire hit team to locate the vehicle, get the subject safely stopped, and rescue the victim before any harm could be done. Lundy was initially transported to the Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $15,500 for aggravated fleeing and attempting to elude, and also driving while license suspended with knowledge. Following his initial arrest, BCSO General Crimes agents responded to the scene and took over the case to evaluate for other charges. Okay, so we get that case behind us, and immediately here comes McGill and Lewis again with another arrest that all started from a traffic stop.
You have your license on you, girl?
I don't have my badge on me, but I can give you all my information.
You don't have your what on you?
I don't have my purse with my license and stuff.
You don't have your purse?
No, it's just my daughter's car, so I don't even know her registration.
And were you rolling a little bit of weed, the blunt that's right there by her leg? And
Close that. Close that. Out of the car. Everyone out of the car.
So the driver, Natasha Jones, had an active warrant for felony violation of probation, reference credit card fraud, and also unlawful possession of a license. Jones was transported to the Brevard County Jail on a no-bond status as directed by the warrant. Now it's time for the old man to show the team once again how it's done by conducting a traffic stop on a black pickup truck that was driving recklessly on A1A in the Cape Canaveral area.
He is doing 66 and a 40.
Myself and BCSO legal advisor Laura Moody first observed the vehicle as it turned onto A1A near Cocoa Beach, at which time it was sliding on the roadway and appeared to overcorrect, causing it to cross the center line.
There we go. Doing 59 and a 45.
Radio 11050. Radio 11050. The vehicle's driver appeared to be having trouble operating the truck, so I initiated a traffic stop by activating my blue lights and getting the vehicle to finally stop at the racetrack gas station in Cape Canaveral. Once it came to a stop, I approached the vehicle and identified the driver as Jeffrey Ladner, who provided me with an ID card. While at the driver's side door of the vehicle, I could smell the odor of alcohol coming from inside the vehicle, and also I observed that Ladner had glassy eyes and was fumbling through a folder as he searched for his driver's license and insurance paperwork. Subsequent to observing that Ladner appeared to be intoxicated, I requested that a uniformed deputy respond to the scene, at which time Deputy Thomas Farragher responded and took things from there.
Have you had anything to drink at all?
Earlier I did, yeah.
How much, if you don't mind me asking?
Maybe 2 glasses, grams. They're taking me to jail, man. They said I drank too much of 2 drinks.
I haven't said anything about how much you had to drink. You actually said that.
Yeah, 2 drinks.
Well, as you can see from the video, Ladner got a little angry when he was arrested by Deputy Farragher for DUI, operating a vehicle without a license, and 2 counts of refusing to accept or sign a citation. Ladner took the ride to the Brevard County Jail on a total bond of $2,000. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of Hit the Streets, and as you can see, it was another action-packed night for the team. The HIT team does an awesome job of keeping our community safe, and the best part, they love what they do and have a good time doing it. Folks, crime will rise to the level a community will tolerate, and in Brevard County, we have zero tolerance for crime. See you next time on Hit the Street.